Dude, I've been chatting with this this creator of this website, the last Z, stresswar.com. Guy's super chill, man. Super helpful. I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of the best things I've seen for this game yet. We had something like this in Rise of Kingdoms, but this is badass for this game. So let's dig into it. By the way, stay tuned to the end. There is an update that he's working on that's gonna help out tremendously, and I'll get to that. So first of all, when you first log into this website, when you first join, you can see he's got HQ, research, tank, equipment, and some feedback. Well, the feedback doesn't go unheard. Look down here. You can view all updates, but we don't want to do that. We just want to go through the recent ones. So added research trees for Peace Shield, military strategies, and siege to siege. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. And then feature. Added orange equipment upgrade, cost stats, including mythic equipment. Yes, that works. We like that. Fix. Fix tank level 75 plasma chain having 5 sub-levels instead of 8. Yes, thank you for that too. This is the second time I've recorded this video, and I really didn't understand what that means. I think he's talking about the phases on there. I'm pretty sure now that's exactly what he's saying. The phases. There's 8 of them. But also I have a very love-hate relationship with the tank. Can't stand that game. Dude, fuck. Oh, Jesus. I don't even want to say the words that I'm thinking right now. Anyway, improvement. Added missing badge costs for joint operation and mobile defense. Levels 12, 13, 16, and 17. And annihilation level 13. Thanks to the community for submitting feedback. He wants the feedback. So make sure you're commenting on the video if there's things you would like to see, or that you see that may or may not be incorrect. Ask the questions, okay? Because I did. I asked some questions because user error. I didn't read like I was supposed to on this website while we were going through it earlier. And we've been chatting for about 2 hours now. So yeah, definitely ask him in the comments. I'm gonna send him a link to the video. He can look in there and respond, you know, to whatever you may have. Feature, added hero training research tree. Perfect. I like it. Let's go into this. HQ. So boom. He's got 36 through... Dude, those are unconfirmed. They need to stay unconfirmed. There's like, give us a fucking break, developers. Like we just got 35 opened in our bracket not too long ago. So let's settle down a little bit. Cash grab. Anyway, he breaks this down for you. What it takes to get it. And right now I'm about to start 30. Again, trap account. I know, guys. I stay weak on purpose. But that is accurate. That is what I'm dealing with right now. So you can go all the way down. Now, I'm going to scroll back up because this number over here. Hero cap. This tells you what your EXP will get you. So there you go. Now you know what you have to look forward to. Or, I mean, if you're not brand new, you already know this. But if you're brand new, this shit helps. But I do want to tell you, brand new people, don't worry about up here if you're down here. Worry about this level if you're right here. You know, worry about that level if you're right here. Okay, there's lessons here, people. I don't just do this because I enjoy it. No, I really do it because I enjoy it. But there's helpful information inside this. Let's move on. Research. I'm sure all of you have seen this. I pick on unit special training because that's where your T10 unlocks. Why do I pick on that? Because that's what everybody wants to know. So inside this guy, you can start checking boxes or unchecking them, right? So like depending upon where you are or where you want to be, you can check those boxes and kind of gauge where you're at. Here's the deal. If you click on it in the middle, it tells you what each phase of that node is going to cost you in terms of badges. Because I checked that box, it says they're all done. Levels 1 through 10. Easy, right? You can't really, honestly, you can't deny how easy that is. You know, there's really, yeah, like try to talk some shit on that one. But as you go through, if you want to click on any of these, it'll tell you what your next phase is going to cost. Here's where this comes in handy. People, listen to me. Your actual tree inside the game is going to tell you what that next node costs, and I will show you this. So when you go into a research, oh, let's do alliance recognition. I get picked on a lot with this one because I don't do alliance recognition, or I didn't do it first because I wanted to fight and actually make a difference when I fought. I wanted kill points and shit. Let's look at alliance recognition. So 19 of 20 is bacon. I already know what I need on 20 for one more. Is what it is. No big deal. I mean, can't hate on that. But if you're trying to save up for a big push, let's say you have a ton of speed ups, and I mean a metric shit ton of speed ups, then this is going to help you. Looking at something like this is going to be the bee's knees for you. So you know what you need to do during Bullseye Booty and any other event that's giving you badges. Now you know what you're saving up for. But let's say you're short. This also helps you go through the rest of the trees. And you can pick the trees out of here. Right now we're in unit special training. So we can go through and say, okay, siege to siege. This is like where I'm at. I'm here. How many badges do I need to get to level 5? I need 1,160. Man, I've got 1,700 sitting in the bank. Boom, I can start that one. That's a move. So it does help you. Just saying, if you want to use it like that, you can. If you don't, then do what I do and just go for the battle tech and win things, I guess. So let's move on. We covered HQ, we covered research. Let's go to tank. This one's slicker than shit, man. Why? Oh, I see what I did there. I've already been clicking through this thing. So let's unclick stuff. Oh, come on. Unclick it all. Oh, geez. Give me a second. Let's just unclick it because you can go through each one of these. You can click on them and saying you're done. It moves you to the next one. And it tells you what you need next, right? It's like the HQ and it's like the research one that we did. Yeah, delete. There we go. I like. Let's delete. Yes, clear it. Oh, nice job, dude. See, I like it when people think ahead of us. As end users, and they think ahead of us and they put a button down there so we're not doing what I just did and click through willy-nilly. So for your Cheetah, 150 wrenches. Level 45. You get that. You click on Hercules. It tells you you need 1,670 wrenches. Level 95. You get your Hercules. Badass, right? So, and then when you look at stuff like this, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to quit the game. Don't worry about it. You've got all these other levels in between that you can do, you know, where you don't have to get 35,000 wrenches today. Easy peasy. So that's really helpful. And then when you click on one of these, it's the same thing as the research. You got your different phases in there. So you click on whatever phase you're on and it tells you how close you are, just like the game does, right? But now you know you need 8 more wrenches or a total of 40 wrenches. I think that's pretty helpful if you're going to use it. So I was chatting with the guy and he goes, hey man, we got equipment in there now, you know, let's run through what equipment looks like. So if you look here, it tells you what your next promotion is going to be. And I'm going to show you how I read this first and it was wrong. So you add in, we all know, and I've mentioned this several times, the first wedge and the last wedge of each one of those bubbles is the most power gain. You know, you're going to get the most attack or the most damage or whatever the case is for whatever weapon that you're upgrading. So if you go boom on the first wedge, you can see where the attack's at. So that doesn't suck, right? But that was the second wedge, right? So I misread this. So right now, if I do the first wedge, I get 1,074 on attack and 5% damage. So it proves the point that the first wedge is most important. Now let's go up to the fourth. Next promotion. Look at that attack level to go to 5. Look at that damage level. So you complete it and you go to the second one. And it's going to tell you the same thing as you're going through the second. So that's pretty helpful too, but it's also telling you the amount of cores that you need per wedge. So if you're saving up to 3-star, 2-star, or even just put one wedge on your third formation or second formation, now you know where you're going to end up. And not only that, you can choose each one of them, right? So do a little math in your head. Okay, the first wedge for my 3rd star is 700 cores on the helmet. Same thing with the armor, right? So you can kind of do your own math and gauge how many cores you have in your warehouse. So that's super helpful. He also added in Mythic. So if we go down and we want to look at Mythic, we can. So this is level 1. If we go back, level 1 is a 3.33 stone boost value. Basic stat boost is 10%. 2 goes up another 10%, but that jumped up another 33% or 0.33%. So you can see how this progresses. You can also see what the electricity cost is and the forging stone cost is. So again, it helps you save for that next level. So I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I am not hating on this. And then you can go into here and kind of take a look at the overall. So it's got your purples, your oranges, and it just lets you know how you're progressing through with cores. I'm sorry, maybe I'm reading that one wrong too. It doesn't matter. The information's there for you. Same thing with the mythics. Jeez, 300 stones. I feel like that's a lot of money if you're going to buy that, right? Feels like a cash grab. And alloy is also there. So you get to see, what you're spending on the alloy to promote those levels. That's a lot of alloy, I'm just saying. But that's easy to come by. Nobody hates on that, right? And he's got a feedback channel. Like I said in the beginning, he's listening. He's listening. And I am probably going to give him a channel in my Discord, which will allow him to communicate directly with you guys instead of going through the feedback portion of this website, which I don't know which he prefers. Up to him. He said he would prefer not to be on video, so that's why he's not in this video talking about the website. I still think it's super helpful for the game. I think it's super helpful for you guys. Now, one of the upgrades that he's coming out with is he's coming out with a hero recommendation for formations and whatnot on there. That should be in the next week to 2 weeks. He'll have that done. So that's going to be out there for you. So make sure that you're staying tuned to the website and seeing the changes. They're all helpful. I mean, there's nothing in here that you can say that didn't help me any. Let me know in the comments if you found something that wasn't helpful in this website. I don't think that's going to be a comment, so that's why I threw that out there. But anyways, guys, check out lastz.stresswar.com. It'll be in the description along with the Discord, some other helpful links with discounts and whatnot. You guys join up and make sure you're subscribed. And dude, we'll see you on the next one.